Hey guys, welcome back to Paul Lark's Garage. I'm going to be doing two short videos today. One to show you what I'm fixing to do to the truck, which is just kind of routine maintenance stuff. But there's some people that's got an 88 model truck with a 98 model 350 Vortec in it that you're kind of undecisive on what kind of oil you want to run or what kind of filter you want to run. A lot of people might not like Mobil 1, but it's full synthetic. It's 530 because the temperatures are down in like the 30s here. I decided to go with 530 just because of how cold it is. And the Mobil 1 oil filter. The other thing that I'm kind of concerned with is I've been having a lot of backfire since I've done the transmission work. And the next video will be an informative video about the transmission work that was done and things that I had to do or had to be done in order for the 700R4 to come out and the 350 turbo to go in, and modifications that will have to be made to this particular video or particular vehicle. Like I think 88 through 94 has the same short wheelbase, pretty much is the same that you're going to have to do when you swap them. If it had the factory 700R4 in a small block 350. But anyway, I looked at my timing. My timing seemed a little off on these Vortec engines. On a harmonic balancer, all they have is a mark. They don't have any degrees or anything on them. So I actually went to O'Reilly's and ordered an 8-inch, I think it's made by either Mr. Gasket or MSD, timing tape that I'm going to install on here today and get the timing perfect. But I want to wipe down the balancer and get all the oil and everything off it, and change the oil on it, and pretty much be showing you the oil I bought, the part number for the oil filter, and the part number for the 8-inch, because that's what it calls for this harmonic balancer if you got a Vortec engine with this factory balancer. But I showed you in a previous video, and the sun is out here, thank God, where I actually installed a radiator. It does have the hookups for the oil cooling unit on it, which is not installed. And of course I got electric fan on here. I know the wiring doesn't look that professional, but it just kind of got slapped on here because I was in a hurry to get everything done before I had to start back to work. And I'm going to be trying to I went there to find a taller air filter. I don't like that little bitty air filter. Sometimes it actually, if it's things to look for, if it's popping through, is like an exhaust leak, or the timing will be off, or maybe an exhaust, or maybe one of the rocker arms is too tight, which I'm going to pull the valve covers off and make sure I don't have something going on there. But it wasn't doing it before the transmission swap was done, which I'm thinking it's I noticed there was a hole in the right around the muffler. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it, but I'm still, since I've been actually driving the truck and the rocker arms has had a chance to kind of adjust themselves down, I'm going to check to make sure I don't have one on there too tight, because that could be the other reason why. And it's not good if your engine is backfiring, because you can do some damage to some gaskets or piston rings and stuff like that. So it's something that needs to be addressed pretty quickly. But anyway, let's go back here to my messy shop and look at what I got, in case you're thinking of changing your oil and you really don't know much about what project you got. I like showing the part numbers. Again, I got these at O'Reilly's, but probably the same part number anywhere, any part store. But that's for 350 Vortec Chevrolet engine. I went with the Mobil 1. I just kind of like Mobil 1, and the 530, which wherever the filters are, the oil is. And then here's looks like Mr. Gasket, the 8-inch timing tape I got to put on the balancer to time the engine right, to make sure that's not why it's backfiring. And of course, I had done a video where I bought a bunch of new lug nuts, which I hadn't put them all on yet, and I'm probably going to install this pigtail today, as I'm thinking about tomorrow about buying a tack. I hadn't decided which size tack I want to buy. A lot of old school people buy the big monster tack that's got the big shift light on it and stuff. It looks neat and everything, but it's kind of getting outdated. A lot of people are switching to ones that just look factory. In my truck, I'll show you, there's actually a spot that I've been thinking about putting it. and it'll kind of sort of look factory. It's about a 5 or 6 inch slot. I really don't know what goes in it. Right there in the dash, right here, is it looks to be about like a 5 inch slot, and I thought about mounting the tack there and just get me some plastic, cut a circle in it, and possibly put it in here somehow. Think it would look better. And then when I bought the truck, it had that temperature gauge in here. It looks like crap with the line sticking up out of the dash like that. I like things to look clean, and I'm OCD that way, so I'll probably end up buying, and it doesn't have a light in it either. It doesn't have the option to have a light. I don't know why, but I looked on the back of it, it doesn't even have an option for a light. So I'm going to probably just buy a whole another one of those and put in here, but that's in the future. Because one thing you don't want to do is run a Vortec engine hot, because the heads are got thin casting and they'll crack. I went through that experience buying 2 or 3 sets of heads for this truck, and you really want to check them really good when you buy them. Make sure they're good and clean on the back so you'll know that it's not cracked. I actually bought a set for $200, brought it home. It was a Craigslist deal. Met the guy in a parking lot, bought the heads, got home, found out they were cracked, and the guy mysteriously blocked me, and I couldn't get in touch with him, get my money back. $200 lesson learned. But anyway, that's that on this video. The next video will be me jacking the truck up after I change the oil, and to show you the modifications that had to be made to put the 350 turbo in here, and to kind of come clean on some things about the install that I feel like I probably should say, because I kept saying, I guess people thought maybe, well, I'll tell you in the next video. That way you'll get the whole gist of everything. But anyway, I appreciate y'all guys, some of you guys watching. If you find entertainment, great. If you find that I'm a retard, that's great. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all after a while.